Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Old World. And the most important decision we're going to be making here is which of these wonders do we want to try to go for? Do we want to go for the Via Recta Suc or Via Recta Suc? The Hagia Sophia, the Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia is -2 discontent in every single city. That seems pretty damn good. It just needs to be built in a holy city, and we do technically have a holy city because we did found a pagan religion, so we could make use of that. We could also build a pantheon, which requires a holy city. This instead gives us +2 civics per year per culture level in our cities. Now, the one sticking point here is that we do not have enough stone, and I don't think we have the gold either. So what we're going to have to do here is spend a little bit of time in some of our cities running council missions to try to boost our civics rate up just a smidge to get... I have so much gold in the bank that I could maybe get 2 legendary wonders. I don't think I could get 3, but 2 might be in the cards here. Now I can start building courthouses as well, so that's quite handy. That's a 20% civics boost in my cities. I kind of want to be careful where I build these. Like, it needs to be built in places that make sense. Like, if we think about what Thermosis exists to do, does it actually make sense for me to build a courthouse here? I don't think it makes sense for me to build a barracks and a range in here. I feel like it might make sense to make a courthouse, though. Like, it might make some sense. But then again, I don't want to spend my stone. So, between a rock and a hard place... I don't mind spending wood, but stone is kind of out of commission for me. I'm at age 51. I'm actually not too old for it to be worth getting married. So I might just get a marriage with Egypt here. Just get a quick marriage to have a husband, because a husband does contribute. He does have stats. He does contribute to your empire. It's good to be married. I'm finding myself with an excess of orders, even though most of my workers are going. So what could I do with my workers that makes sense? Maybe I could reposition some military. Make sure each of my cities has a unit guarding it. Yeah, it seems like a reasonable thing to do. Bro, my food income is insane, by the way. Like 500 food per turn. That's nutty. I might have went overboard. Assyrian king died. I'm ill. I am married. Well, I will be. I'll just take the little bit of science from him. So I'm running some council projects to get the civics that I need to build the wonder. If we take a look, I think I would like the discontent one because I have so many cities that extra discontent like just really makes a difference. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and slap down an amphitheater in here. I hate to spend the stone, but it is super worth it for Anqua. Look at that discontent. That's 3 discontent per turn. You tell me you would turn down 3 discontent per turn? I call you a liar, sir. You're a liar. And a crook. Yeah, these guys are still at war, just like murking each other's units constantly, which is working out great for me because if they're building units, they're not building other stuff. So Tarsa can establish Mistophoria, which will increase the culture and civics. That seems quite good. We've got a strong culture event. Mandatory jury service. I would become a judge, or I could get a bunch of orders. I think this permanent buff to civics and culture seems quite good. I'll take it. This governor is quite old. I could buff him. A little bit of discipline. Why not? Why not? Why not? So my heir is a student. She could become bold and brave. Now that is quite good. She could become vigilant and a tracker, or she could become robust, which is +1 order per city. Oh my god, that's incredible, especially because she's about to be my leader. Okay, so let's have a look and choose our laws. So we could choose between monotheism and polytheism, or we could choose between divine rule and legal code. Well, unfortunately, I do have to keep my civics to be able to build a wonder. And the wonder that I want... Oh, you want me to build a Hagia Sophia? I'm going to build it here, of all places. Sure. I will build the Hagia Sophia for 14,000 gold, by the way. Oh, that's not where I meant to build it. Undo. Force march you to where I wanted to build it. Boom. Hagia Sophia. 1,800 stone, by the way. I need more quarries. oh god, I need more quarries. Tarsa, how are you doing? Oh, you're not doing great. You gotta build more specialists. I mean, at this point though, like, should I stop increasing the growth in here? I don't think so. I think I should continue to increase the growth. It's a huge meme. I should definitely give the city more luxuries though, because it's struggling, man. But, Christianity is here, and it's upset with me. That's not my fault. I reject that problem. Okay, so I got the Forum 4, which means I'm up to 40 civics per turn. That's big. Let's get a rancher for an extra 2 growth in this city. That'll help grow more citizens. Probably should have gotten that a long time ago. And do I want to level up my master poets? I think I'd like to get a master monk. I don't know if you can build more than one thing per turn if you have like the civics for it. But at the very least, I'll get a monk. Monk-S. Yeah, the demands of my economy on my stone and iron right now are really, really high. And thankfully, I have like an insane amount of food stockpiled, so I can do a mass sell-off every few turns to continue to sustain my economy. But goddamn, is it tough. So my daughter is now old enough for me to actually tutor her. And I need my chancellor to not have a job so I can do that. So let's pick a new chancellor. They can be the Senate. Let's see. You're quite young. You can take the job. Oh, I have no civics. I'm spending all my civics on upgrading my cities. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. That tracks. I think a big priority for me right now is just getting as many quarries as possible. I super neglected quarries in the mid game, and now it's really coming to bite me back. So I gotta make up. I gotta make up for that mistake. It's quarry time. And the problem is like your economy in this game has like an awful lot of inertia. So if you forget to build a few quarries, like, you know, a few turns, if you've been neglecting quarries for quite a while, it's gonna take you quite a while to make up for that deficit. Like it's not gonna flip overnight, which, you know, it's probably a good thing that you can't just like completely rearrange your economy. The exception being able to sell and buy things, though. You can do that as much as you want. Okay, so our ambition to control 4 wonders is now a legacy ambition. However, that's not a big deal because we have those 2 wonders under construction. Now I get to choose my philosophy here. It would be really nice to become a builder. Oh wait, I can leave my education. I can become mourning. Ooh, which gives me a lot of compassion. Those are good stats. I can become a scholar. I can become a tactician. I don't think a tactician is very good. Now, a zealot. A zealot is interesting because you can hurry production with training, and I'm training capped. Ooh, maybe it's time to be a zealot. Let's become a zealot. Let's do it. I also got a level up, so I can become a naturalist, strict, or vigilant. I'm going to go ahead and take naturalist because that's going to be a 20% lumber mill and pasture output boost across my empire because I'm now a leader. I can gain 2 wisdom to upset my families or 1 wisdom to upset 1 family. Dude, I am absolutely taking that free wisdom. Are you kidding me? So we have a new ambition, control 10 elder specialists or capture 5 foreign cities. I think the 10 elder specialists is definitely doable here, and that would bring me up to 9 ambitions. So 9 out of 10 ambitions, that gets me close to the win. As long as this wonder construction doesn't get interrupted, we're guaranteed to get that. So I think elder specialists is now the goal. And the great thing is I can rush them with training. So this is definitely going to be a stone production city. So what's the status with the cities? They're envy. The riders are kind of envious right now. So I'll found a rider city, sure. This city will be dedicated to military production. Hell yeah, I can get my amphitheater. Perfect. That's discontent now eliminated in this city once that's finished. That's big. Do I build courthouses? That is a tough choice. I think I definitely build them in my capital. Now, who's going to govern this city, actually? That's a great question. You know what? She's quite young. Oh, I don't have the civics. I can't assign governors because I don't have the civics. So I don't think I need to continue to expand. I think we're good to sit pretty here and play off these ambitions. I think my number 1 goal right now is to get those elder specialists going. Queen of Egypt is dead. Persia converted to Judaism. So it looks like Judaism has kind of gripped the world here. Let's have a look here. We can humble ourselves to Egypt to maintain the alliance, or we can end the alliance. Now, the ending the alliance is worth a lot of experience, but I think keeping the alliance is worth it, so I'll spend the money on that one. Ooh, I could gain carved ivory for 2,000 gold. This is like the perfect opportunity to sell a metric ton of food, because I just have such an excess. Bring that price all the way down to 1. And then I get that carved ivory. Perfect. I'm going to send that ivory to Tarsa so that the city's discontent level is neutralized, and I can start reducing that discontent level soon. All right, we will level up a master monk here, and we'll spend training to do it. That's what we're going to be doing with our training, is like spending it to get specialists. Speaking of specialists, here's an elder poet, and I can rush it out too. 350 training, very cheap. I'll rush out a master monk in Byzantium as well. Boom. 350, feels good. I'm spending a lot of my training, but I had a huge amount in the bank that wasn't doing anything, right? So this is why a judge or a zealot at the perfect time has kind of come come in very handy. I've got a huge surplus of orders here, which could either say war, although, yeah, it could say war. The big thing is I need to like get civics, but all my civics are being spent on other things. It's a bit of a problem to go all in on that. That's like a problem that I'm running into, is that I don't have spare civics, and I don't really have a way to get them either. And I do have laws that I want to pass, but I can't. And I think doctrine is only going to make that problem worse, because I have another law that I need to pass. I need to find time to do something other than train people. Stone is becoming excessively expensive now. It's up to 10 gold per, and that's a little bit worrying. One of my relatives has died, and we have a new tech. Ooh, libraries, 20% science boost. I definitely want these in my capital. I think all combined, it's another 100% science boost kind of situation. Very, very good in my capital, where I'm making like the majority of my science. If you look at Hattusa, 26 out of my 100 science is coming from the capital. And if I were to double that, obviously, be double again, right? All right, we will rush out the Elder Monk in my capital city. And Elder Monks, by the way, are just insane, right? Like, this guy's going to give me 8 culture, 8 civics, and 1 discontent. I think I have enlightenment. I'd have to pass enlightenment. We've got an elder specialist up here. It would be nice to work on something that wasn't a specialist, though, so that I could bring the city under control. I will send it olives, I guess. That's fine. I guess I can produce archers, although I haven't increased the training up here. At the very least, I know in Byzantium I'm getting this monk immediately, and I'm rushing it out. So that'll get me up to 3 elder monks, like really, really fast. Or 3 elder specialists really, really fast. I think the game really does pay you off if you specialize your cities. So that's something I should maybe look into next time, is trying to maybe specialize my cities a little bit more. I feel like I've learned a lot from playing this game, this particular run. And I feel like every time I play Old World, I discover a new way to play and a new way to like get an advantage, which to me is honestly the mark of a game that has like a lot of depth, is if you can play it like many, many times and start to figure it out and learn new things. There we go. We got the wonder, by the way. We got the museum. That's 6 legitimacy. And 1 step closer to our ambition. I can become cruel, I can become uncouth, or I can become vigilant. Uncouth lowers my culture. Cruel lowers growth. I don't like growth. Vigilant seems okay, but here's the thing. Vigilance takes up a weakness spot. So maybe both of these. I don't want to lose culture. Yeah, I'll take the city defense. I can choose a new chancellor. Not very good chancellor options. I'll take you. You may take the chancellorship. I have no heir. Well, that's a problem. Let's undo the chancellor thing and make sure that we assign an heir. Let us see who shall be our heir. Our family tree, by the way, is massive. Let's find someone who is... Where am I on this tree is the question. I am just a child. I could change the law. Find someone as young as me. Callie is my relative. I'm going to make Callie my chosen heir. Even though her family is excluded from the succession, I think I can do that. It does hurt my legitimacy, but I think that's important enough to have an heir, because I just don't have one. Our first elder monk is completed. Let's start training up some poets. Oh dear, what is this? There's something floating in the sky. That's kind of neat. I don't know how that happened. It's probably a sign that I should I should save and quit the game. That might be a good idea, or we could continue on. Do I want to make an elder officer in here, or do I want to make a elder poet? The elder poet would speed up the rate at which I got the legendary culture. So let's get to elder poet level first. Okay, I could go ahead and start building temples now. These are quite good because they lower discontent and give orders. So yes, I shall begin getting some temples. Where and when available and when applicable. I think it is appropriate to get some temples. Okay, I've got a massive surplus of orders now. Do I go fight these elite peltists? Do I go cross the ocean? Do I play defensively? Do I let my orders just turn into gold? What do I do? What do I do with all these spare orders? It's hard to know. My ambassador died. Lovely. But it's all fine, all right? There's no need to panic yet, right? We're good. This, by the way, this is one of my favorite songs in the game, is the Aramaic chant. I don't know why I like it. But I do. I think it's awesome. Oh, look at that. 9 civics from ministries. That's so good. I have managed to bring my stone economy up to the point where I feel very happy with it. 240 stone per turn, especially when we're eating, like, I don't know how much we're eating. Like, my cities are consuming a bunch of it too. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. It took me a while to get that stone production under control, but once I did, it felt good. One thing to note about workers, though, is you kind of want to match the worker to the same color of the city that it was built in. Otherwise, it takes longer to build things. It's not the end of the world if you have a mismatched builder. It just is more. It's a lot more efficient in terms of orders. Because if you think about it, right, every building that I build has like an orders and a initial cost. And using the wrong type of builder in the wrong type of city, that is like +1 order, and the improvement takes longer to come online. So it's like it's a massive efficiency drop. But in a pinch, it's fine to do. In a pinch. A bunch of people dying and converting as usual at the start of a turn. So I can give money to Egypt, or I can refuse aid for XP. Refusing the aid would level me up. How good is my relationship with Egypt right now? It's pretty good. So I think I'm going to take the XP, because the XP will let me level up. And if I level, I can do some interesting things. Courage seems quite good when we're a zealot, because that'll increase the amount of training we have available to spend on things. This lady is governor of Tarsa, and she has leveled up. She could become frugal or gain discipline. I'll give her discipline. Discipline works just fine. Now, we are going through and we are continuing to build elder MacDudes. I can rush out this elder poet. That's my 4th elder specialist that I've rushed out. I was working on an apprentice poet here. Let's go up to the master poet. Then over here, we were working on a monk, so we'll level up that monk as well. And here, we had just done the apprentice monk, so let's level up that monk too. Let's have a little bit of a look around here. Anything important? Yeah, a couple of more quarries. Need to keep that stone income real high. If in doubt, build your improvements in little triangles. It makes them 10% more efficient because it's adjacent to 2 of them. So it's quite a good little boost if you do it. We've got another tribal raid coming in. That's okay. We're well prepared for that one this time. I could get a free court minister, or I could unlock my spy master and the moat building, which is an upgrade to the city's defense. I don't think it's actually that much better than walls. It just gives a 20% city defense boost. I don't know if moats and walls stack. That's a question I don't know. Like if the discontent reduction stacks. Because if they do, that kind of makes them a little bit more valuable in my mind. I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel the Odeon here and instead put the Odeon near this line of hamlets that I'm planning. Ooh, I have access to libraries now. So I should definitely be building them in cities with really good science. What's your science in here? It's only 6, but you do have discontent and unhappiness from a foolish governor. So like if I did build a science building in here, a library, it'd be like 3.4 science would enable the philosopher. And nah, I think I'll stick to courthouses. Ankua, on the other hand, this feels like a city that could get a little bit of science on. Oh, right, I'm supposed to get married. Let's refuse this marriage. Let's talk to ourselves. Let's do a marriage with, well, apparently the Nanassans are super unhappy with me. So I'll get a family marriage with the Nanassans, which is, of course, my own family. You know, children might be missing a few toes, but hey, that's the price you pay for an empire. Hattusa got its elder poet, which is fantastic. Let's continue to upgrade our elder specialists. Let's build some caravans. That'll be fun. I'll get a caravan real quick because I think it'll be interesting to show them off. Okay, let's see if we can marry a judge or a hero. I'm going to marry the judge because I can make him the governor of my capital and he can rush specialists with money, which is huge. That will require me to run like council for a turn so I can get the civics I need for that. But that's going to be a big change. I feel like I'm underutilizing the game's mechanics a little bit here. And it's definitely starting to show. Like, what are you? You're an orator. Orators can recruit tribal mercenaries. As governor, can hurry projects with orders. Like, that's powerful. I should have this guy in charge of the city. Yeah. Okay, so I've learned a little bit about the game, like just right now. Ooh, I need to like manage discontent in here. I'm going to build amphitheater, so that'll help. I definitely feel like I have a good grasp of like the first 20 turns. I feel like I have a decent grasp of the game. And then I go rogue. Okay, then things go off the rails, baby. But up until that moment, I feel good about my gameplay. So I could build a library on top of this hamlet. Interestingly enough, it's not a bad place for a library. 5 science per turn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Who needs hamlets? Any hammers? There's a fire in the market. I can spread Zoroastrianism or gain some militia. Or I can gain stats. I'm always going to take stats. If I have the option, I'm taking stats. We can get a new court person. I'll take a court scholar. That extra little bit of science could be handy. And he can tutor my child. What do you mean I don't have an heir? Am I not married? Can I need to seduce my husband. Quickly. Husband, please. We must have a child. Jesus. The kingdom is at stake here. Okay, some people are dying, converting. Great. Let's talk to the ye old husband and put him in charge of the capital city. Husband, welcome to Nepotism 101. Put your husband in charge of things. Now, the important thing is that he's a judge and he can hurry specialists with money. And this is something I forgot about. But that's going to make my life way easier because I have the negative discontent required to sustain mass purchasing of specialists. Let's do a couple of years of council in another couple of cities because maybe we can get another couple of judges and put this massive gold income to use. Oh yeah, we're learning. We're learning at the speed of sound. Honestly, it would be pretty hard to learn if you were going the speed of sound. Like now that I've said that out loud, like that sounds like a tough job. Like what's your... what are you doing today? It's like, I'm trying to learn statistics while I'm flying through the atmosphere at the speed of sound. Oh really? That sounds tough. Let's go ahead and get some lumber mills. And I think the third thing that I wanted here, yeah, I want to get the palace, but I need legendary culture for that. That's okay. But at the same time, a stronghold will do too. Half an order. Excellent. I definitely feel like this game maybe encourages you to specialize your cities pretty heavily. I feel like I'm going to try making a run where I have like just a city that's dedicated to rural specialists. Like maybe that's what the landowners are for, is you really want to like specialize it for resource production and not like actually building urban stuff. Maybe I'll build just like enough urban infrastructure to lower the discontent. And I think next game I'm going to really try practice specialization, like really specializing my cities in a very, very particular, very deliberate direction. I think that might pay dividends for me. So I have spare gold and I have spare orders. So that's something I need to look into making use of. I influenced my husband and he's influenced by me. So he likes me more. We could get a free mason. We could unlock onagers, or we could research what's insurrection. Oh, this is like a spy master action, I think. You can cause revolts in enemy cities. Interesting. This would give me access to guilds, which would lower the unrest from towns and lower rebellion. Or I could go for elite, which would allow me to store orders between years. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get the free court scholar. That could be handy. Master poet completed. Let's go ahead and purchase another one for 700-ish gold. Boom. Or sorry, get the elder poet rather. That's we're halfway to our ambition now. And I do have enough civics in the bank to consider. Let's have a look. What do we got here? We have scholars and zealots. Ooh, zealots can rush things with... What do you do? Why can you serve as a governor? I don't like... Make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's me. Oh, I see. Your character can always serve as a governor. That makes a lot more sense. And it can serve as a governor in any city. We got a diplomat. Having a diplomat as governor will improve my opinion with these guys. So I will pop him in there because that'll just make my life easier. Yes, let's finally rush out a priest, because priests lower discontent. I would love to build some cathedrals. Those are really quite powerful. They give you a ton of growth, a ton of culture, and a ton of legitimacy as well, which is really, really nice. But I don't have them unlocked yet, so I'll probably just stick... Well, I mean, not that I probably will. I'm forced to stick to monastery and temple construction. Okay, we do have a caravan now. So caravans improve the opinion of other civilizations to you. So if I want to just boost that opinion with Egypt, that caravan will whoop all the way to Egypt and improve my opinion with them. That's great, actually. We have legendary culture in the capital. We can get the palace. That's worth 18 civics. Oh my goodness. Godlike civic production incoming. I'm curious. I wonder if like all of this terrain over here, are there like tribes? 'Cause like there's a lot of land here. I wonder if it's actually worth it to try and control it. Okay, I've got a lot of elder specialists en route now. In fact, I may have too many, but I'm okay with that. I will live with too many elder specialists. Also, I need a temple in here. And a cathedral, ideally. Oh, right, I'm supposed to defend this city. I forgot to move my units over here. Oops. A little whoopsie. More. Oh, I should probably convert to Judaism if I haven't already. That would be a good idea. Okay, we can get navigation in one turn. We can get, baths. There we go. There is access to the doctor as well. More importantly, we want the discontent reduction. So let's go ahead and grab baths. Slinger, you come here. You attack him. Right, that's that city defended. Hattusa, we can keep purchasing Elder Acolytes. Now, I mean, this city makes so much civics now that it's probably not even really worth it purchasing, but I'm purchasing anyway. We got an Elder Officer in here. So I need 4 more Elder Officers, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under construction. So I think I'm good on that front. And now I need to really think about what I want to do here. I think what I want to do is specialize the city for training. So maximizing, like upgrading these officers will give me a huge amount of extra training. I wonder, I can buy this Elder Poet. Boom. What do we got? Oh, we got builders. We could put builders in here. That would allow the city to build things faster. Yeah, let's get some builders in. This is quite a young builder. It's only 37 years old. They don't love me because they're excluded from the succession. Is there a way for me to undo the succession exclusion? Bro, I gotta have a kid. How do I re-inherit these guys? Does anyone know? Make ambassador, make chosen heir. And we'll just pray for children, okay? That worked for every dynasty in history, right? That worked every time. That never went wrong. You just pray for children. Just do a little praying. Oh no, I'm going to lose. Oh man. What a fun way to lose. Yeah, I spent like 10 hours playing a game. Oh really? Yeah, how did it turn out? I lost. Oh, what happened? Like my damn character wouldn't have a child. People are going to look at you sideways if you tell them you play this kind of game. I can't, you know what? I probably can't even publish this Let's Play. Like, what were you doing at the weekend? I don't want to talk about it. Why not? I didn't have an heir. Okay, nice. We completed the caravan mission to Egypt and we got a bunch of opinion and money with them. That's cool. My husband is now proud. Not proud enough to have a child, apparently. That's how he would become truly proud, is have a son who he could be proud of. Or a daughter, I suppose. Either or. Someone to inherit the throne. That's what I care about. Let's see. I can improve relations with Assyria or Babylonia. I'll improve relations with my experience bar. Thank you very much. All right. We got Oligarch Mathanauzi. We got a strong culture event. She can get leveled up. I was planning on producing some archers over here, so that's probably a good idea. I can convert to Judaism. That's good. I got to do that for free now. Perfect. What I was going to do in here, I was quickly getting that farmer, but I was going to make a specialist over here so I could train a few archers. It definitely feels like everything in this game takes a while. You never get to the... So, something I think I need to do in order to changing my mindset, and I kind of knew this already, but I had never really integrated it into my gameplay, is I don't think you can play this game assuming you're going to get to a point where you can build things super fast. I just don't think that works in this game. Bro, I have 61 civics per turn. I should probably... Ooh, I wanted to get a moat to see if that works, right? Yeah. Let's get the moat. I wanted to see if that's stacked. We're doing an investigation of the gameplay. I think I can go up a difficulty curve now. I would definitely feel a lot more confident going up a difficulty level. I mean, this game wasn't trivial, but I feel like I was able to manage. Even with all the crazy stuff that was happening, all the crazy stuff that was like kind of thrown at me, even though I felt out of my depth at multiple points, I think I can manage. I feel like you definitely want at least a garrison in every city, but I think it's a decision about whether or not you want to go to Stronghold. I think you would... So something I'm thinking about here is you probably want a garrison in every city, but you don't want a stronghold in every city, right? Because you want... Because there just isn't enough tile. So you have to kind of pick and choose a little bit more carefully, a little bit more judiciously. Speaking of wonders, now that I've got a huge surplus of gold, I should totally go for the Pantheon. Bro, I don't even have markets unlocked. What is happening this game? I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, right. I should be using my purple builders to build roads. That's a thing you can do with purple builders. B? I wonder, is there any point in building a road along a river? I seem to recall there not being. Each step along a road costs 2/3 of a movement point and ignores any extra cost from terrain, height, or vegetation. Rivers, movement along a river costs 2/3 of a movement point and ignores any extra cost from terrain, height, or vegetation. This movement applies in friendly territory with the colony's law. Crossing a river costs extra movement point. Now, my question is... So rivers kind of act like roads. Is it B or N? Yeah, N. But yeah, the great thing about these builders is you can just build roads like crazy. and like actually connect up your empire, which I think I should probably do. It's probably a good idea. There we go. There's the legacy. That is 8 out of 10 legacies, so we're super close to victory here. I'll take the 500 civics, thank you. That means potential wonder on the cards here. Hold on. Pantheon. It'll cost me 13,000 gold, but hell yeah, I'll build the Pantheon. Thank you very much. That was a freebie right there. Interesting. So leveling up the defensive buildings actually did lower the discontent in the city. Ooh, that is quite powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. Let's run some council missions in the capital for a few turns so that we can get some laws passed. We're a little bit behind on passing laws. So monotheism. Oh man, look at that. +1 order per turn. Divine rule can adopt pagan state religions. Lowers discontent from that. Legal code, I think, is the right choice here. +10 civics per turn per act of law. That'll just give us like an insane amount of extra civics. Yeah, I don't think you can get away with delaying your laws. I tried to be really greedy this game. I tried to do some weird stuff, but it's good to experiment because I've learned. I've kind of pushed the boundaries of what I thought was possible, discovered it doesn't really work, and now I'm going to be integrating new knowledge about the game. But yeah, I'm going to call that. I guess I should end this turn real quick so we can see whether or not I should see whether or not it deserves another episode. Let's just quickly end this turn and see if the ambition that we get will be easy to complete. And then if it's like super easy, I'll just do it real quick and then we'll call that a win. If it's super difficult, we'll have to do another episode, of course. I could unlock cathedrals. That seems quite good. Horseman, horse archer, conscripts, or insurrection. I like the idea of unlocking cathedrals. So, make peace with all tribes and nations, or all families friendly, enact all laws. Or control 7 world wonders. Now, 7 world wonders, that'd be tough. That would definitely involve war. Making peace with all tribes and nations, that's a little bit more doable. These are the crowning ambitions. That's tough. That's actually really tough. It says there's 7 tribes and nations. I've met 6 of them. So I would need to get scouts out into the deep, deep wilderness. Enacting all laws, that's like basically a science victory. And I can pivot to science. I'm making really good science. It would be pretty slow. Ooh, this is a tough choice. I'm going to have to think about this one. I'm building 1 wonder. Hold on. I'm building 1 wonder. There are 2 more. If I built both of these wonders, I would win the game. I think that's what we're going to try. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.